Keith, I'm up on the third floor. You can see we took the ceiling all the way back. You can see the gable vent. There's a screen over it. Let's see here. But that's all that's protecting it. You see. Kind of almost see daylight. Right, well, obviously you can see daylight, but there's nothing keeping that wind-driven rain from coming up through those slats. So, back up here, we took the carpet up out of here. It was dry at the doorway, so we didn't go into the foyer. Left it in the closet. We can yank that up just so it'll match. But everything off the wall all the way till the wall come to an angle. Everything's dry in this room. We've run the dehumidifiers and the fan all weekend. Drop down to the second floor, and we're going to basically go underneath that same wall facing the ocean, starting in here. Still got the dehumidifier and fan running. You can see this wall probably looks worse in these pictures than it actually is, but it's still a little damp, but it's actually really sound here. A little worse down on the floors right there. Okay, back up into the bathroom. You can see all this is a result of that gable vent up top. It's just coming down through that gable vent. And then finally on the second floor, I believe this is a result of the window. It wasn't, I think somebody's probably pushed it down, so it's closed a little bit better. It wasn't closed very well. So you can see we've cut out all around it. It's dry. We just finished testing it. This whole room is dry. Ran the dehus in here over the weekend. And we started up in that corner, did the test, and then once we opened the wall up, the whole wall was damp behind it. Okay, so worst of it down here. You can see we replaced, some wood has been replaced there on the exterior wall recently. Drop down to the first floor. We did find some furniture on that third floor as well that had some mold. We made note of that, took some pictures, so we've got a ton of pictures. First floor, ceiling came out all the way up to here. It was damp all the way back. Cut it back all the way to the window, all the way to the corner. Okay, you see where the store... only other thing, your floor is damp. Okay, it's spongy. Andrew confirmed that it should be replaced all the way up to the kitchen floor where we replaced back, earlier this year. Water stains here on the floor. And so that's it. I got some more pictures. I'm going to send them over to you, but this wall is the worst. You can see this is the board and batten right here. The exterior, the subwall is it's dry now. It's just flaking off, but it was really wet. So all came all the way down from that top floor. We replaced some board there. Subwall, it's been replaced. So some of this was existing, some obviously most of it probably from the storm, as you saw that ceiling when we first got here. One other thing I want to show you, Keith. First floor, or I'm sorry, underneath the house, and it's just the ceiling underneath that same wall. Just want to point that out to you. I took pictures of it. Andrew didn't see it when he was here, but you can see how it's stained. It's all the way down, and then really stops right there. Well, it continues. It stops right there at the end of that wall there, and that coincides with the wall just above. That was the wall that was just in such disrepair. So we're going to pull this paneling off on the underside and let it air out before Andrew gets here later this week, and I'm hoping to hear from him in the morning. Thanks, Keith.